Good morning, everyone. Welcome. This is Unity in Naperville's live streaming service. My name is Rhonda Pignato. I'm going to be the service leader today. We are here every Sunday at 10:45 Central Time. If you're watching remotely, you might not be in the Central Time Zone. But if you are joining us for the first time, I'm glad you found us. I hope you find something here that resonates with you. We honor everyone, no matter where they are on their spiritual path. We are here to help you in whatever you need for that spiritual growth. The minister here at Unity in Naperville is Reverend Kitty Benson, and she's in the middle of a series about freedom. And today, her message is about how I am free to design my own world. Yeah. And we're bringing it to you from a newly designed stage for those of you that are part of our congregation. You'll get a little glimpse of this in our video here. Yeah, we've got the stage over here, the band over here. Next time they'll be over here. So we've got a lot of exciting things happening. We have our grand opening coming up in a few weeks. You'll hear more about that later. But as we are free to design our own world, our opening song by our wonderful music team, Highest Good, is the perfect message on how to do that. It's brought to us by our friend, Bob Sima.
Bob Sima wrote this song.
We're looking forward to you, Bob, gracing us on the stage with another one of your wonderful performances. But in the interim, why don't you guys sing his wonderful words, good thoughts, good deeds.
Yes, that's how we design our world. Good morning, everyone. We're going to design our world with good words, good thoughts, and good deeds. Good words, good thoughts, 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 good deeds. These are the things we need. From the time you rise to the time you sleep, every step you make, every breath you receive, do these. And everyone you pass on every street, every eye you meet, every friend you keep, do these. Let's sing it. Good words, good thoughts, good deeds. 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 These are the things we need. If you look back at the world from space, all you see is one human race. Do these. If you stand in the shoes of another, you'll find that these three things will set you free. You free. Things we need. These are the things that we need. These are the things we need. I know, I always feel like it's church when we do music and church when Kitty comes. There's like all these messages coming at us. And hopefully what we sing, Kitty, reinforces and supports what you're talking about today, you know? And this is all part of this journey that each of us is on, this learning and this growing. Spiral path, on a spiral path, winding up, winding round, winding up, winding round, circling forward, never back. Let's sing that again. I'm on a journey, and I am on a journey. I am on a journey, on a spiral path, on a spiral path, winding up, winding round, circling forward, never back. Oh, and round I go, deep into divine. On my spiral path, I create, and all I dream is mine. I am on a journey,
I am on a journey,
on a spiral path,
on a spiral path,
winding up, winding round.
winding up, winding round,
Let's stay right on track.
staying right on track.
Yes, and round I go, deep into divine. On my spiral path, I create, and all I dream is mine. Healing,
Healing,
learning,
learning,
leading,
leading,
serving.
serving,
We are healing,
healing,
learning,
learning,
leading,
leading,
serving. Oh, and round I go, deep into divine. On my spiral path, I create, and all I dream is mine. Round and round, oh, and round I go, deep into divine. On my spiral path, I create, and all I dream is mine. All I dream is mine. And all I dream is mine.
That is perfect for today's message, as usual. All I dream is mine. Yes. Let's just close our eyes for a moment and connect to that inner place where our dreams begin, at the very center of our heart. We find that loving presence waiting for us, ready to guide us, to lift us, to inspire us. We thank you, loving Spirit, for the gifts of life, for the gifts of joy and beauty, for the gifts of love. We allow this divine presence and these divine dreams to flow freely through us as we know that we are one in the Spirit. We are one in love. So it is. Now we let it be. Amen. Will you help us speak our invocation? The words are up here on the screen. Together? There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. And so it is.
Your love is life to me, my truest longing, my deepest need. Without it one moment, I don't know where I'd be. Your love is life to me. Breath for my body, light for my eyes, all that I need, you daily provide. Deep in my being, more than my blood, my very existence depends on your love. Your love is life to me, my truest longing, my deepest need. Yeah, without it one moment, I don't know where I'd be. Your love is life to me. And moment by moment, I am aware of your tender mercies, your constant care, my hope and my strength through all my days. I see so clearly, so many ways. Your love is life to me, my truest longing, my deepest need. Without it one moment, I don't know where I'd be. Your love is life to me. And your love is a river flowing to the sea, and the river runs forever, and it washes over me. My love is life to me, my truest longing, my deepest need. Yeah. Without it one moment, I don't know where I'd be. Your love is life to me.
Beautiful. Your love is life to me. Let's just hold that in our heart for a moment. Divine love is the very life of our being. It's hard to remember that sometimes, depending on the circumstances of life. I found this picture up here on Facebook. Can I show that picture of the bed, Cindy? When I saw this, I thought, I would never get up. If that were my bedroom, I would never get up. It's much prettier than what's going on outside in the world, yes? And what I've wondered about myself oftentimes is, why am I getting up in the morning? Have you ever thought about that? Why am I getting up in the morning? I decided to post this on Facebook this week just to see where people were at on that. And the answers seem to kind of fall into 3 categories. Let's take a look at the first category. What some of the folks said was that, it's what I do. I just get up. I'm done sleeping. I'm tired of being in bed. I need my coffee. I want to read the paper, especially the comics. A lot of us just have family and friends that we need to get to, pets we need to feed. And also a lot of you said that I'm working on something. I need to keep it going. Some sweet person said, I'm just here to ask for another day of sobriety. People recognize that they do have some hope that they're doing something useful in the world, so they get up for that. But one of my favorites from a prankster that I went to grade school with said, that world's not going to screw itself up. I got to get up. That's my job. I don't know how many of you actually think about that before you get up, but it's possible that if we don't, then we just get up and we go into autopilot. We start to do what we did yesterday and the day before yesterday. It's the kind of thing where we just may do the best we can, and if we have to suffer, we suffer, but we complain as well, just make sure that we ease some of our pain. Some of us might just feel helpless because we don't really know why we got out of bed in the first place. And if we aren't really awake in the moment when we put our feet on the floor, then we will just sleepwalk, as we've talked about before, through our day, and habit will take over. We'll be thinking the same 60,000 thoughts that we thought yesterday, which is a scary thought, actually. And ultimately, we become that hamster on the wheel. It's very possible that 2 years from now, you're still that hamster on the wheel, doing the same thing, 5 years, 10 years from now, if you don't know why you're getting up from bed in the morning. So there was another group of answers that kind of fell in the category of I get up to enjoy life. They, recognize the meaning of life and in regards to being aware of the gifts around us. So up here on the screen, people talked about it's my opportunity to be creative, to be grateful, to enjoy life's gifts, to open up to spirit and those moments of connection. Somebody said to play the game of life with the souls that I love. Somebody said, I get out of bed in the morning to learn. I love that idea, to learn. And the other category kind of fell under taking care of others. Not just, I have to feed my family, but some people said, I get up to make a difference in other people's lives, to be kind, to show acceptance, to encourage people, to help them be happier, to find their happiness in their life, to work toward racial justice or equity, to love and be loved, to show someone the way to God. And those seem like individual answers, but I think they're answering a question that can be even deeper than that question is, why do you exist? I think that's the same thing. Why we get out of bed in the morning answers the question, why I exist. And the idea that we want to talk about today, since we're on the theme of I am free, is that I am free to design my world. That's a really good reason to get out of bed. I am free to design my world. And the reason that I think about the importance of that is because I also have an opinion, my opinion, of why God designed the universe. Just one small little thought. Why God designed the universe was that God seeks to experience itself through its creation. It seeks to evolve in consciousness through its creative process. And you and I are not the end result of that creative process. You're not the end point of God's creative process. Each one of us are an extension of God's creative power. We're an expression of God's creative process. So we are part of. You and I made in the image and likeness of God. We're spirit, God is spirit. We share the one mind of God. And so the thoughts of God blend with our consciousness if we allow that to be true. And the way that we allow spirit to create through us, we've been designed with certain tools. And that's tools like your thoughts and your desires, your ideas, your power of imagination, all help to design the world. And spirit will never be done doing that. And when I say the world, I'm not necessarily talking about the planet that we live on. I'm talking about each person's individual experience of the world. But know this today, I am free. I am free to design my world. I hope that brings a sense of lightness to you when you think about those words. And know that It begins within you. That means no one else has the power to stop you, because we design our world from within with those thoughts, and those thoughts then becoming feelings, and those feelings then becoming beliefs. It's something that no one else can control unless you allow it. I've talked about Viktor Frankl in the past, who was a prisoner in a concentration camp, who faced Nazis every day for a long period of time that threatened to take his life. But he chose to be free to design his world from within. He chose to continue to look at a sunset and see the beauty of it, and see a fish head swimming in his soup, and seeing the gift in that. He chose to design his world no matter what was happening on the outside of him, and not allowing anyone to stop him from doing that. And as we create these thoughts, these ideas, these desires that come up in us, we're actually starting to generate this energy out into the universe along that same line of whatever it is that our heart desires. And as we generate that energy, the universe responds in like kind. It was designed, it was built to help you design your world. That divine law of bringing back to you what it is that you're radiating out, so that you can truly say, I am free to design my world. It's something that Jesus tried to get us to understand up here on the screen from Matthew 16. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. That binding and loosing is a form of the law's response to your energy. You are free to design your world. And when I say I am free to design my world, I'm also saying I am free to design my world. I said that no one else can design your world for you, and in the same way, you cannot design anyone else's world. You don't have that power unless they give it to you, unless they invite you in, unless they align with you. So instead of designing your world by trying to get other people to look and act and behave like you, designing your world, me designing my world, is an effort to focus on designing myself, designing how I look at things, designing how I think and feel, how I behave. That's how we design our world. You know, all throughout our life, I'm going to focus mostly on the adult life because most of you are adults watching here today. All throughout our life, we have stages where we can design our world, and most of the time, we do what everyone else has done. But you have the opportunity to choose again and do whatever it is that your heart truly desires. So, for instance, if you're a young adult, you know, you're just kind of coming on the scene of adulthood, and I've talked to enough young adults to know that there is a sense of concern in them about, am I doing it right? What will I do? What will I choose to do? What if it's the wrong thing to do? And I'm just offering you this option today to choose, I am free to design my world. And if it turns out that the world that I designed isn't working for me, then I am free to design it again. We can keep choosing that over and over again. Some of you are just married, and you're learning what it's like to be in a relationship where it might feel like you're giving up your power, that you're having to compromise more than you were expecting to have to compromise. But this is an opportunity for newly married couples to say, we are free. I am free. You are free. We are free to design this world in such a way that honors one another. That's why we married in the first place, because we love one another, and we're free to let that love guide us through this process instead of, you know, maintaining that childhood energy of this is mine, not yours. I can just, you know, I know what that's like. Okay, so there's some of us who aren't married, that we're single. Maybe we're focused a lot of our time on our career path. And sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the competition of that and trying to look better than or have more power than. But you are free in any moment, if you can remember this, to design a world that allows you to be giving and serving in what you do. It's also allowing you to just check in again with your heart, to see what it is that your heart is calling you to. If you've gone 40 years and you suddenly realize this is not fulfilling me, you are free to design a world that is fulfilling you. And for those of you who have the house and the spouse and the kids and the bills, your focus may be all about just keeping up with what you've created. And I'm just going to encourage you to hold on to the I am free to design a world that truly honors this unit that I live in, where we are all conscious of what means the most to us, and we devote time to that. We make sure that our values play a strong role in what we give our time to. That might be a world that will serve you more greatly and will raise your children up to realize, what's important in their life. Of course, they're free to design their world, remember. Also, there's some of you who are letting your children go and you're in this empty nest and you're wondering who you are, but you're free to find out who you are, to play a different role, to realize your true individuality and understand that there's more to you than being a parent. It's an opportunity for you to come back to what really matters to you. It's also an opportunity to reconnect with your spouse. And for those of you who are divorced, you're just moving into that state of separateness again, it's a chance to design a world that reveals who you really are from out in front instead of behind your spouse. Instead of always giving away yourself to someone else, it's an opportunity to truly stand in your spirit and let that heart's desire come through. Some of you are watching today who are experiencing long-term illness where you feel like you can't design your world, you can't even move. But it is an opportunity to design the world from within out and realize that it's not just about a body moving that allows you to find fulfillment in your life. And that I believe as you focus on that world that feels lighter, even if your body isn't able to move at this moment, when you think about what is light in consciousness, about beauty, about love, about truth, then your body will probably respond to that in some way. But either way, it's what is within. You're living your life. Life is happening through you instead of to you. It's a chance to look more deeply at what life can be like for you. For those of you who are struggling with finding an income for yourself, it's easy to stay focused on lack and what isn't in your life, but you could be free to design a world that notices God's good all around you. If you see it anywhere, it can also be present in your life. It's not just for others, it's also available to you. But we have to design the world in consciousness first to realize it is available to me. Remember last week we talked about I am free to claim God's good. And there's also those of you who have come to a retired moment in your life, which even the name of it sounds like you're done. And I'm just here to offer to you that you're reliving. You're reliving life at this point. You're free to design a life that truly does identify what's important to you, what has meaning, what brings you a sense of fulfillment, what allows you to connect more deeply with others, with a spouse, an opportunity to create in new ways. And that's one of the things about this, I am free to design my world. It doesn't always have to be about solving problems. It could be about creating new things. That's what God is all about, is creating new things, experiencing itself in new ways, and you and I are an expression of that. We're here to stretch, to feel that, oh, this is different, haven't done this before, and yet to know that designer within me is the very life and creativity of God. How can this fail? To evolve not only your own consciousness, but as you evolve your consciousness, you're also evolving the consciousness of the collective. And we know, Lord knows, we need that more than ever right now. So one of the things that you might want to do in this process is to, something we just spent 4 or 5 weeks on in a class, coming up with our purpose for life, understanding why I was born, what's really calling to me, what do I sing, what catches my attention a lot in my life, and establish your purpose or your mission so that when you do get out of bed in the morning, you actually know where you're going. And you're not pulled aside with all the details or all the nasty energy that other people might throw in your way. We were studying a book called The Path by Lori Beth Jones, and she says, up here on the screen, she says, forgetting your mission leads to getting tangled up in details that can take you completely off your path. A personal mission statement acts as both a harness and a sword, harnessing you to what is true about your life and cutting away all that is false. This is powerful, my friends. Honestly, this idea of designing your world is what excites me most about being on this planet. That we have the power to design our world and that we can think outside the box. I was watching documentary series on Netflix recently called Daughters of Destiny. And it's about a gentleman by the name of Dr. Abraham George, who I think he was born in America, but had family perhaps in India. And he wanted to design a world that lifted people out of the lowest caste in India, which they're literally called the untouchables. They're not even allowed to learn. The children are not allowed to go to school in that. And I'm pretty sure there was 300 million people that fell in that category. That's a lot. His heart was calling him to find a way to help lead them out of that. He found a way to start a school, and it's a very unusual school because he approaches a family in the lowest caste system and invites them to send one of their children at the age of 4 to the school, and it could only be one child per family. At the age of 4, they come to live at Shanti Bhavan, which is Abode of Peace, and that's the name of the school. And at Shanti Bhavan, they have a home, they have food, they have clothing, they have education, and then they even take them all the way up through helping them get into college and helping them pay for that college experience. And his goal is to have them each be responsible through education to choose a career path, to get a good job, and then take their family up out of poverty through that process. And not just their family, but like 100 others with them. Each child who graduates from Shanti Bhavan should carry 100 people with them up out of that caste system. Let me show you a video of a little bit about the documentary, and then we'll talk a little bit more.
Shanti Bhavan is a school for the poorest of the poor. We take children at the age of 4, and they are with us for the rest of their young adult days.
The mission of Shanti Bhavan is to get these children out of poverty. It is to break the fate that their parents have been trapped in.
We are here to bring up your children, to love them and encourage them.
Only one child is taken per family. I have to use that opportunity in order to change the life that I left behind.
My mom sent me to Shanti Bhavan because she was the only person who loved me.
When I was small, we lived in a thatched roof house. Everything is in this room.
In addition to uplifting my family, I have the responsibility of giving back to society. I've got a lot to lose. It's now or never for me.
Suddenly one day I woke up and I said, my God, the money is gone.
There was only 2 options: lie down and die, or just go forward. Closing the school would mean sending all the children back to where they came from. I knew I couldn't live with it. My father too.
I am the answer of my mother's pain. I am who I am because of her. I will show the world I am that girl who makes doorways of freedom, hope and relief. Not only for my mother, but for all those out there who are in need.
So there's a scene in one of the hours of the documentary where they're holding one of their graduation ceremonies, and Dr. George is speaking, and he said, "We gather again to celebrate a moment that is truly special. Together, year after year, we continue to make history through the accomplishments of our children. We share in their joy, the pride of their families, and the love of all those who have followed their journey. I want to leave you with a simple idea, an idea that is very fundamental to the existence of every human being. The idea that you are free and shall live your life as such. The path to freedom for all of you is a meaningful education. When you leave through the gates of Shanti Bhavan, I want you to go with the belief that you possess the ability to control your path and lead the way for others. Do not forget that the power to change is in your hands." It was so moving to watch these children. Actually, you see about 7 years of a child's life as they go through this experience. And sometimes they get to graduate, they get into college, or they graduate from college, and they're still a little bit lost about how to design their world, they feel a lot of pressure on them to carry their family up out of poverty and to choose the right thing. But one of the things that I wanted to share about this today is that it's not just the education that's going to help them raise their family up out of poverty. It's the consciousness. And that's what each one of us need to know when we face something as big as that it is our consciousness that will truly help us design the world. And the consciousness must realize, I am an expression of God's creative power. I'm an extension of God's creative process. And I have the power that designed this universe behind me and moving in and through me, and so do you. You are free to design your world and to trust that no matter how difficult it looks out there, there is still a power within you that can go above and beyond what education can do for you. So one of the things that I wanted to just kind of finish with is helping you see a path, a process for doing this in a way that is connected to spirit throughout the process. You're free to design a world, and you may begin by saying, I don't know what to design. So let's just begin with just looking at the life around us, and we're probably going to notice what we don't want. I don't like how that is done. I don't like that those children can't be educated. I don't like that they have to live in a quarry and lift rocks their entire life. And then you start to say, well, what would I prefer instead? Well, at least that they have houses, or at least that they have clothing, at least they have, it's going to be true, whatever it is for you. And when you start to see what it is that you want to design, it will start to create a pulling on your heart. It will gather your attention when you look around the world and say this. And then you have time to sit and just be with that idea until it starts to reveal itself. You're going to want to sit and listen to what your heart says and then flesh out that idea so that you start to see color and you can tangibly feel it in your consciousness. You can start to see how life is going to be better than it was before, or what's going to change for someone or someone else in your family. And as you do that, you see the finished result. It's not at that point about the details. It's important to feel the feeling of what it would be like to come to that finished result. But it's also important at that point, once you're feeling that, to let go and let God, because you're co-creator in this process. Spirit is meant to do part of the work. And so what we do at that point is we feel the joy of what it would be like, and then we let go and let Spirit fill in the how. And we stay connected in the time of silence every day so that our heart can hear the guidance, that Spirit can guide us in a way that says, take this action, it's time to do this now. And from silence and obvious direction to act, we have to also maintain that frequency of our desire, because it's really easy at some point to get out of alignment with what we want. We stay focused on where is it? I don't have it yet. And this is a chance for us to renew the mind. We come back to what we do in Unity using our power of affirmations and denials to remind ourselves of what is possible and what is true about this universe. And so I want to finish with just this list of affirmations and denials that I want us to speak together, and then we're going to go through them again during the meditation so you can actually move into the feeling nature. But these are the ideas that are meant to change your mind when you are struggling with designing your world. So let's say these together. I am free to design my world. Nothing and no one. Sorry, are these in? Let's just pull them all down. Sorry, next slide, I think. Sorry. That's okay. Look, they're getting a chance to look at that again. Okay, here we go. I am free to design my world. Nothing and no one can keep me from my good. God is my instant, constant, and unlimited source. I have all that I need to design my world. I let go of limiting thoughts. I welcome divine ideas to guide my steps. There is truth in the silence. Be still and know. I am grateful for the freedom to create. Thank you, God, for handling the details. I move through this process with ease and contentment. Peace in the beginning, peace at the end, and peace in the in-between. I am so happy knowing I am free to design my world. Now that list will be available on our unitycommunityconnect.com site in the live stream chat channel, and it's an opportunity for you to download it and keep it close to you. There's a few more added online, so unitycommunityconnect.com. We'll give you that address again later, but let's take these into the silence for a few moments and just let them sink into our consciousness until we can literally feel them. Just take a deep breath. As you close your eyes, we design our world from within out. We design our world by first knowing what is true. I am free to design my world. Nothing and no one can keep me from my good. God is my instant, constant, and unlimited source. I have all that I need to design my world. I let go of all limiting thoughts. I welcome divine ideas to guide my steps. There is truth in the silence. Be still and know. I am grateful for the freedom to create. Thank you, God, for handling the details. I move through this process with ease and contentment. Peace in the beginning, peace at the end, and peace in the in-between. I am so happy. I am so happy. I am so happy knowing I am free to design my world. Thank you, God. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Kitty. Designing our world. What a wonderful topic. What a wonderful reminder. What's a wonderful thing to do. When I see videos like that, I just want to support people that are doing good in the world and are trying to help others. And that's what we try to do here at Unity in Naperville. We try to support people in their spiritual journeys. We try to bring awareness. We try to just help in any way we can on people's spiritual journey. And if that's something that you are willing to support, we welcome your donations. Now is the time in our service where we do share our tithes and our love offerings. And there's a variety of ways that you can support us. We would really appreciate it if you would consider that. You can do that by hitting the donate button if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. You can go to unityinnaperville.org, and there's a place to donate there as well. If you would like to mail it in, the mailing address is up on the screen. It's Unity in Naperville, P.O. Box 9733 in Naperville, Illinois. And as we consider these offerings and supporting everybody in the spiritual community in designing their own world, let us bless that offering with the words that are on the screen. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful.
Blessed, I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. And we are grateful and we are blessed if you're joining us for the first time. Now is the time where we're going to start some announcements, but the first announcement is here for you. If you're here joining us for the first time, we invite you to learn more about all the events that we have going on here. I'm going to give you a quick blurb of what's coming up this week. But every Tuesday, we have an email blast that informs anyone who wants to hear what we have going on in more detail and how you can join. Every Tuesday morning, that email blast goes out, and if you would like to be part of that, we invite you to sign up for our weekly e-news at unityinnaperville.org, or you can email directly admin@unityinnaperville.org and ask to be added to that list. This week, as every week over the past year or so, Tuesday and Thursday at noon, we have lunch together online for an hour. You can join for the full hour or part of the hour, whatever you want to join in. It is hosted by Kim-Char Meredith and Cindy Blank. Kim-Char, how's things been going with that?
Everyone's eating well. We could be choosing healthier meals, I guess. But I'll tell you what, the company is fabulous. I invite everyone to join us. And even if it's just for 5 minutes, you have 5 minutes to drop in, say hi. We'd love to see you.
She looked at me when she said that because I used to go all the time, but I got bogged down on work, so I haven't been going. I will come this week for at least 5 minutes. That is what I declare.
There you go.
And you're probably asking, well, how can I be part of that, right? Well, earlier you heard about something called unitycommunityconnect.com. You're going to be hearing about that in a lot of our announcement. Is a special channel where you go in, you sign up, and then there's a list of different channels you can go into our different programs. You can get into our Zoom calls that way. So unitycommunityconnect.com, and the channel for Lunch Together Online is Lunch Together Online.
There you go.
All right. Our next event that I'm going to be sharing with you is called Sharing Circles. That's Friday at 7 p.m. This is guided by a host who's going to bring some topics, some fun, some probing topics, and it's a way to get to know other people in like a more authentic way. She will pose some questions and then break you out in small breakup groups of 3 to 4 people to discuss that. You can get in that event, again, by going to unitycommunityconnect.com and click on the Sharing Circles channel, and then go into that Zoom call on the Zoom link.
They're really interesting questions, too. They're fun. I think one of the most recent was, if you could be born in any century, which one would it be?
Oh, interesting.
Had to think about it.
Or if you were to be born any person, who would that be?
Oh,
hopefully it's yourself. All right. A next event on next Saturday is Courageous Writers. That is an event that's been going on every other Saturday for quite some time here. You can just jump in at any time. There's no agenda. We're given some prompts. It's very easy. It's just a way to tap into your creative energy and write some stuff about it for about 10 minutes. You can share with others. You can not share. You can hear what other people's have to write. It is an amazing group. So please check that out at unitycommunityconnect.com and go into the Courageous Writers channel and click into the Zoom link. We have some membership classes coming up soon. The first one is next Sunday from noon to 3, and the other one will be April 10th. That's a Saturday from 9:30 to 12:30. If Unity in Naperville has become your home, or you have questions about it, how it got started, what is the local goal of our Unity, what is the global goal of Unity, what are the spiritual principles of Unity? This is a way that you can meet with Reverend Kitty, listen to some of the history, listen to some of these concepts. If you're sure Unity is going to be your home, you can become a member then after that. If you can just join to just get that information as well. We're looking to share here. So pre-register for this event, please, by emailing Reverend Kitty at revkitty@unityinnaperville.org. And when it comes time to attend, you go to unitycommunityconnect.com and click on Member Class to click into the Zoom. Also, save the dates for our Good Friday service on April 2nd at 7 p.m. We have some, to help the environment, we have styrofoam collection days coming up on April 11th and April 18th, so start saving that styrofoam. And we invite you to see the events calendar at unityinnaperville.org for more information about these events. And just as a couple of housekeeping matters, do you know or do you have a desire to learn how to make a CD of the Sunday message for someone in our congregation who does not get the internet? We are willing to teach you. We're looking for volunteers so that maybe you can just have to do it once a month and send it off to this person. You will be shown how to download the file and copy it to a CD and how to mail it. If you would like to help in this venture, please email your contact information to admin@unityinnaperville.org. I would also like to remind you that we have prayer chaplains here who are praying for us all the time, and especially on Sundays, they make themselves available for one-on-one confidential prayer, starting pretty much now till 1 p.m. So what we invite you to do is email your name and phone number to prayer@unityinnaperville.org, and a prayer chaplain will call you back by 1 p.m. Couple more announcements that it's coming right from Reverend Kitty, so I invite you to come up, Reverend Kitty, and share with us what's going on with this big reopening.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you. So I wish you could see Parker. Can you do like a scan? a scan of what's happening in this room. It's, it's a little bit creative. It's a lot bit creative as you look around to see what's going on in here. We have had some awesome people in here. I mean, building this new stage and painting and carpeting, and there's lighting going in soon. We still need some help this coming week and maybe for the next 2 or 3 weeks with a little bit of painting for some little prop walls and things like that. So if you're available to help with that, please let us know. Just send an email to admin@unityinnaperville.org, and we'll let you know what's coming up in the next week or two to see if you can plug into that. And also, I just wanted to remind you that we will be having chairs sitting here and inviting you to come and be with us, starting live and in color on Easter Sunday, April 4th. So that will include, there's going to be about 35 seats for you if you will just register first before you come. They should register first.
But do you have to register?
Well, probably yes, you have to register first in order to be able to make sure we have a seat for you. So if you can do that, just go to unityinnaperville.org and you will see click here to register for Easter Sunday. And we're going to do 2 services that day, 9 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. They'll be the same. The band will be with us. And so if we run out of room at 10:45, you can always come at 9. And then from that point on, for a while, we're going to stick with just the 10:45 a.m. service, and there will still be the requirement to register in advance. So just keep checking to see what Sunday sounds good to you. There should be information on our website about the requirements regarding COVID, that you'll be wearing masks, we'll be distancing, so make sure you read that. And I also am just trying to think something about, okay, well, it'll come back to me. I just want to make sure that you're aware of how the service will work before you come. And also, here it is, sign up for just once a month to begin with to give everybody a chance to get in this month. And then after you've picked your Sunday and you've scheduled yourself, the Friday before any other Sundays, you can check back in and see if there's still room and you can plug in. I checked in today. I got a phone call from someone who doesn't have the internet and didn't know how to register, and I did it for her online. So if you don't have the internet, then you're probably not watching us right now. But if you know somebody who doesn't have the internet but would like to come back to church, you might want to just help them send an email to admin@unityinnaperville.org, and we'll give you a call and help you get set up to sign up for that, okay? But there's still seats available. That was what I was trying to say. Still seats available for Easter Sunday, April 4th at the 10:45 and 9 a.m. service. So get in there and see which one speaks to you. And we'll just keep this little schedule going for a while until we see how COVID starts to resolve itself, okay? Just a second reminder on the membership class. It is this Sunday. We only do it a couple times a year. And so if you want more information about that, if you want to become a member, please, please, please try and register in advance. It's not critical, but it helps me be prepared. So if you just write me a little note to revkitty@unityinnaperville.org before this Sunday, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, we have a song. I'll talk more
Indeed
later.
we do,
Okay, let's
Kitty.
sing another song, and I'll be right back.
So everyone, let's go forth into this next week, consciously designing our world and conscious of the power and the source of all of it. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Oh, joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings.
Love it. Just remember that as you're designing your world, God is your source. So let me just say by name, thank you again to Steve Landry and Tony Pignato and Bill Schreiner and Suzanne Case and all of those who popped in and out this week to help build our stage and to bring lunches. God bless you all. And I'm just so excited for you to see the finished product. I'm excited to see the finished product. One other thing I would just ask for you to do for me this week is pray for me, because I am going into a week of L&O, Licensing and Ordination Review, where I meet with seminary students, and I have a teammate, and we talk with them throughout the week. We've got almost 60 students to meet with, so there is a lot going on this week, and it can be, it requires a lot of energy, let's put it that way. So if you'll just hold me, seeing me strong and alert and joyous and enthusiastic and just present to each student that comes through, I'd appreciate your loving support in that way, and pray for our students too, because it's going to be strenuous for them as well. So
But these are our future Unity ministers.
They are
it's
our
exciting.
future Unity ministers. Yeah, and it's we're doing it online. So just pray for the technology and that everything runs smoothly. I truly appreciate your support in that area. Okay, here's our closing affirmation as we set this goal for ourselves. Let's hold this in our consciousness together. I am free to design my world as I desire. What is that desire? Spend some time with that this week. What is your desire? And we are here to chat with you a little bit longer. If you would like to just send in a text to me right now, if you've got any questions about the message or what's happening here at Unity, or you want to put a comment in the comment box on Facebook or our website. And we'll give you a chat back right now. So my text number up here on the screen is 630-793-0993. Or put a comment in the text box there and let us know what's going on for you today.
Well, first off, someone appreciates your fashion sense. Judd says, beautiful outfit, Kitty.
Oh, thank you.
It is beautiful.
Thank you. You know what? I got to say, you've probably been seeing me wear a lot of scarves lately. That's because when my mama passed, she left a lot of scarves. So this is one of hers.
It's beautiful.
I'm feeling connected. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Artie writes, love the idea of using my values to design my world.
Yes. Right? What is meaningful to you, Artie? I know you know that. You've been working on that. I'm excited about that for you.
Judd,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Judd also said we loved that movie, and I think it was the one you showed the clip from. What was the name of it again?
Daughters of Destiny on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Daughters?
It's a four-part documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's about a total of 4 hours, I think. Somebody texted me, loved every word of today's talk. Wish it was written down so I could study it. Oh, you know, we have a transcription service. Actually, a good way to study it is to listen to it and type it as you're listening to it.
You are the transcription
Because then you'll have
service.
to stop it and go back and retype and things like that. You'll really know it by then.
That is a great way. But actually, now everyone, you just write in and let Kitty know if you'd like printed copies, because I've been encouraging her for a little while now that we do have a transcription service that's available, so we can take her message, type it right up, and have it there for you.
Did you hear that? She has a transcription service.
We
So just
do.
send
We
your
have
note to Kim-Char.
We have a license with our company. So, but just give her a little nudge and say, do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, no, you know what it's all about for me is the time.
It's the time.
It's the time. Okay, here is someone who, and that was Artie that said that. Okay, I love painting with all the Unity artists that joined me yesterday. Wonderful art created by everyone. Love to everyone at Unity, and you have my extra support this week, Rev. Miss Kitty. So that, I'm wondering if it's, is it from Sue, do you think? 818 area code, so I'm guessing
Maybe
that's from
it
Sue. So
was.
if you participated in the watercolor brush pen art
class
yesterday, we want to see your stuff posted on Facebook. Let's take a look and see what you did.
Please do.
That would be fun to see. And thanks for leading us in that, Sue. That's awesome. Anybody else got anything to say from Facebook or from our website?
Everyone's
or send a
just
text
shouting
to me?
out hi. Hi, Mary Wand, Kelly Meinhardt.
Hi, you guys.
Hi. Cynthia Moon, hi. She says, good morning, everyone. And Kim Hope is here. Hi, everybody. It's so funny because, Rhonda, I see that you have a comment, designing life. And Rhonda's sitting right there.
Way to go, Rhonda.
Go, Rhonda.
Okay, so so that comment about the painting class was Susan Rios, our leader. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
And here, not sure, this is from Mary Beth. I feel EM, the letter E, empowered. Capital M. Empowered. After today's service, thank you for your awesome message. We're holding you in our hearts this week as you support the green growing edge of new thought through helping those budding Unity leaders this week. XOXO, Mary Beth. P.S. Enough transcribed lessons equals a book. Mary Beth.
That's it. This is what I'm saying. If you've got a 12-part series, Kitty, and sometimes they are. No.
Okay.
Maybe 5 parts. There's
as soon
a book
as I get
in
through
there.
L&O, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Great. I love that idea, you guys. It's just, again, time. So many, I'll put this out to the world. Assistant minister. Oh. Yeah. Let's just cast that out. I'm free to design a world that has an assistant minister who can assist me here so that I can sit down and do some writing.
That's
okay?
right. Let it be so.
Parker. About volunteering with what? Oh, you're up for that? Woohoo!
It's time.
Okay.
Dedicated.
So Parker is asking for dedicated volunteers to help at the tech booth. We are so excited about that. Okay, so I know we had several people on the team, but they kind of started to dwindle away. So this might be a time for a refresher to come on back. Because once we get back in here and we got people in here, we're going to expand, and Parker's going to have some things to do. So if you can help with the tech team, will there be training, Parker? Absolutely, there'll be training. So this is a chance for you to learn something new. Remember that stretch as you're designing your world? Stretch a little bit. You would be a huge gift to us because we have a lot going on at that tech booth, and we need to spread out the wealth, okay? So how can they reach you, Parker? Email admin@unityinnaperville.org, and we will get him the word, okay? Thank you for that. Here is a text from Rosemary. Hey, Rosemary, how are you? We gratefully welcome the birth of my great-granddaughter, Evelyn, Ann, this last Thursday. I'm so happy Mom and baby are doing great. Thank you, God, for answered prayer. Great grandbabies. That is so cool, Rosemary. And here is Madeline. Hey, welcome back. This is my second time, YouTube. Today's message was heaven sent to me. Oh, you're so sweet. I am in Dayton, Ohio. Welcome, Madeline. Thanks for joining us.
Speaking of grandbabies, did anyone see the picture of Karen Hernandez with her grandbaby?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
The new one. Oh.
You know, Karen, I'm going to give you a call. We're going to talk more later. But God love you. I just, my heart's been breaking because my assistant extraordinaire for my 9 a.m. service, and then she became our bookkeeper, and she's been such a wonderful volunteer on Sundays here, has moved to Florida to be with her children. But she's got this new life that she's going to design. She's designing a new world. She's retired. She's with family, and she's got a new grandbaby. So, Karen, if you're watching, we love, love, love you. And I'll talk to you on the phone soon.
And she's still kind of working because I got an email from her today. I'm just saying.
Yes, she is still doing some of our bookkeeping work, which is awesome. And that's the way the world has changed. Have you noticed that?
You're right.
Where we can work together even if we're states apart. So way to stretch yourself there, Karen. And I'll be stretching too, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Artie goes, yay for Rosemary. Judy Price says, such a beautiful spring day.
Yes.
She's over in California, but it's beautiful here as well, Judy.
Yes,
Amazing.
it is. Somebody in California, a friend of mine, said that the peonies are out, and I'm thinking, peonies? We don't see those till like May. They get their peonies in March. Isn't that awesome?
Wow.
So that's just a little bit of breath coming your way, Chicago. It's on its way. Hold the thought for that. Anything else you got there?
I think, no, that's it. Shout out. Hi, Sue Rio. I see you're watching.
So my kidlets, I am actually going to start my licensing and ordination process this afternoon. So I'm going to head home right now to take care of that. But Kim-Char, Cindy, and the gang will stay here online with you if you want to come over and meet at unitycommunityconnect.com, and then click the live stream chat channel, which is also where you can download the affirmations from today, and then click the Zoom link, and you guys can see and talk with each other. Love you lots. one more Sunday next week before the big reveal. So make sure you get your reservation made if you feel comfortable in coming in, and you'll see all the ways that we're going to take good care of you while you're here. Love you lots. See you next time.
Blessings.